All right, thank you so much for watching the Infinite Banking System. We're going to show you how we buy crypto with everything we've made throughout the week. So this could be paychecks, sales that come through, side gigs, anything that brings in income to a bank account. We're going to clear it all out. Of course, I only leave a little bit because there's certain things that, like life insurance, they only take ACH, and you can't use a credit card to pay, so that's kind of why. And then everything will run through the credit card as an expense, and then that way we can use leverage to credit card leverage to fuel our infinite banking system. So let's go take a look. All right, so this is what I have right now. This is my kids account, our total checking. There's a little bit that came in, 147, so that tells me I'll leave about 50 bucks here, and I'll leave about 100 bucks in personal checking. Okay, so in the business, something came in, so let's go ahead and take that out. We're gonna go ahead and buy crypto. That comes out to be about $97.73. So we're gonna go ahead and buy $97.73, and we always buy USDC. Okay, so we're gonna buy USDC. And the reason for that is because we cash out in USDC. So when we buy USDC and we cash out USDC, there's this thing for taxes called first in, first out. So if you buy 10 and then you sell 10, that means there's no net profit, then there's no taxes on it. Okay, so that makes taxes easier to do that. And so do it that way. Okay, don't buy any crypto, just buy USDC and then we'll convert it later. Okay, all right, so I have to buy with my PayPal in order to connect to my business account. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then buy now. And then I'm gonna clean out my other account, which is that 268.98. I'm gonna go ahead and buy 168.98. So I'll buy that 168.98. Yeah. And then I'm gonna pay that with my personal card. So I always use the check card to pay for it. And then there's no fees basically because you're a Coinbase One member. So that's Coinbase One. It's a $40 or $30 membership now, I think. That way it'll reduce the fees, and you won't have any fees to pay as you buy crypto. Okay. At least it's very little. Normally they'll charge about 5%, but without Coinbase One, it'll add up quite a bit. And you're like, why am I doing this? This fees are so expensive. And yes, just get the Coinbase One account and you'll be happy. Okay, so we'll wait for this to come through. Once it comes through, I will then send the rest of it back. With the Coinbase One card, you also have a debit card, so I can use this to buy things and pay bills. And then that's what you do. Okay. So get the debit card also. You'll earn up to 4% back on every purchase. Ooh. And more. I think that's later on. Yeah. Oh, the credit card. Yeah, that's for later on. So we're just a wait list for that. So as soon as you get on this is available, you want to get on that. So gonna wait for this one to come through. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna leave about $200 in here, so I'm gonna move 283.53 out. So we're gonna click on this to send crypto, and we're gonna send it to your wallet. If you don't have that set up, then just paste your wallet address here. You'll be able to see it. And I'm gonna send that USDC, and we're gonna send it through Arbitrum network 283.53, and preview that, and then send it. And then of course there's verification, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that cleared out. Okay, and verify. So whatever they need, you need to sign some contract or approve this on your phone. Go ahead and approve it. It all depends on what's set up. Okay. All right. Now once that's sent, we're gonna go to DeFiSaver.com, and you're gonna want to start with. You need a smart wallet. I will talk about that later. We're gonna go ahead and supply. You might have to create a wallet. You have to connect your wallet over here. Once you connect your wallet, you can create a safe wallet. I'll talk about that later about what a safe wallet is. It allows you to use some automation so that you can keep yourself from getting liquidated. Okay. All right. So once you click on here, the first thing you want to do is click on exchange. This is where you swap your USDC right here, the one I just transferred, to WBTC, and we'll click on that 283.53 right there. Okay. I'm going to click on that, then I'm going to swap it, and then I'm going to sign my contracts right here to make that transaction. Uh, oh, okay, so we'll click this, and then I'm going to click confirm, and then I'm going to sign my transactions. Hold. I know my kid's in the background, but I'm going to power through this. Okay. Alright, once that's signed, it'll then switch your USDC to WBTC, so it's the wrapped Bitcoin. I'll explain more about what that is later. Failed to do this new route using UX as rejected, minimal change. Okay, who accepted me price, so let's go on and give it to him. Alright, sign it again. So one signing is to approve, and then the other one actually does the swap. Okay. Alright, once it's completed, it has completely successfully swapped. Then you go over to click on Aave, and you can then supply. Click on this. This is kind of the equivalent BTC, and then we're going to supply this, accept, continue, confirm our transactions, continue, hold. And mine is going to look a little different because I'm using Trezor. You might just have a little MetaMask thing that pops up, which looks like this. Then just confirm and accept and sign, and then it'll supply that to Aave. Okay. Alright, then once this is done and signed, we now would have a little more now. Our health factors will increase, your balance will increase, and then you can borrow more. So now I have $14,970 in equity. If I wanted to borrow from that, that's how much I can borrow. I can borrow up to 2,432 before I hit a liquidation kind of thing. So there's a health factor there. And then you want to borrow, you click on borrow, and then you can then move the amount that you need. I don't need anything right now, so I'm just going to supply and leave it there. And then build this up, and then towards the end of the week, I will then borrow what I need on Friday. So I usually pay myself on Friday, but throughout the week, I will supply and build this up. Okay. All right, so that's how you do it. Thanks for watching, guys. And subscribe for more updates. You might have to watch this a few times in order to figure out how this works until you get familiar with it. Subscribe and keep watching over and over. I'll keep doing this every day or as often as I do it, and hopefully it catches on. Okay, thanks.